A victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers offense will get the first possession of the game. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Hayden. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Getting some heat. Scrambling away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
To the air, it's Royer. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Makes a catch past the sticks. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Play number 9 on this drive. The aerial assault continues. Finds us back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Running back goes in motion. Takes the easy completion. Shakes off the defender. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
LSU quick to the line. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pressure coming. This time he's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
He's going to pass. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing and puffing and sucking wind, and this offense all of a sudden down close to your goal line. You might want to consider subbing some fresh bodies out on the field.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be a physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense, being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wake Forest. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of the long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Makes one man miss. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. You think that the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom from gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Royer. Coming after him. And as he throws, that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Trying to get to him. Dances away. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. From the gun, the ground game. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo. Going up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly before.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Extending the play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to them on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a 1st down. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Hayden. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wide out in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Tigers are on the move. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds. Back
to throw, it's Royer. They're trying to get to it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for good.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bill.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Wants to throw on 1st down. On the run, still looking. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. second and very short here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game.
What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's right on target. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job, by the way.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Demon Deacons!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they tacked on the extra point. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Royer. Makes the grab on the left. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 30. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give on the counter. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Damon Deeks. They take the lead with the 6. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to throw, it's Royer. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Looking downfield. He's got it. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the... Make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense, but now they got a manageable situation.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down, but that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but they caught him off guard running the football and were able to keep this drive alive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking downfield, it's Royer. Finds his target down the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's got his man, makes the grab. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Arizona State answered the bell away from Tempe today with an impressive victory. The Sun Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. on the option. The pitch. Still running at the 40. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Royer. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in a box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Grimm, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Gets it out quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
They're bringing heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a...
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Wake! They move on top here in the fourth. Ready. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to pass, it's Royer. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He fires a bullet to the right. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Pocket starts to collapse. Floats it out in space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Comes out throwing on first down. They're working that left side. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He wants it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
To the air on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Back to pass, it's Royer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to...
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.